Our first research question was tires are rated according to the traction, temperature, and tread wear, and we had to research the rating system and briefly describe the meaning of each rating characteristic. So UTQG, which is a rating system also known as the Uniform Tire Quantity Grading, was developed by the Department of Transportation that aids consumers to compare and rate the tires based on traction, temperature, and tread wear. First is traction. Tire traction is the means of determining how well a tire can perform. Several tire makers and some third-party testers apply constant test cars in a series of regulated tests to establish the quality of tires. Many of us take our tire traction for granted, assuming that all the tires are equal in terms of their traction. And the truth is that not all the tires are designed to perform equally well in all conditions. There are different kinds of tires specialized for various driving conditions. For example, there are some off-road and mud tires that are made for the ability to traction on any surface. Since there are many different ways in which traction can be tested, measured, as well as recorded, there are two kinds of tractions. First is dry traction and second is wet traction. Next question which comes in the mind is how does the traction control work? Traction control is a very simple concept and effective as well. It is a system of sensors that monitor the tires in the car called the yaw sensors. While monitoring, these sensors help in determining what the speed of the vehicle is and what the tires are doing. If any of if any of the tires are spinning faster than the vehicle's speed, the tire may lose traction, perhaps resulting in sliding or hydroplaning. This is where traction control comes into play to prevent either of these to happen. If a tire is spinning too fast, traction control kicks in and instantly slows it down. This assists the vehicle in regaining traction. One might sense a slight jerk when it activates, however, this simply indicates that the safety feature is functioning properly. It's also to keep in mind that traction control should be on almost all of the time. However, there are a few exceptions. First, if your car is stuck in mud, sand, or even snow and you find yourself spinning the wheels, using the traction tool can do more harm than doing more good. Next, we have temperature grading. Temperature ratings helps us in understanding the tire's resistance to heat and capacity to dissipate heat. A, B, and C are the different grades of the tires. Grade C tires are approved from the government based on the standard safety criteria. The grade A tires run the coolest, and just because the C tires runs the harder, it doesn't mean that they are not dangerous. A tire is a tire that is properly inflated and not overloaded receives a temperature grade. Last criteria to rate a tire is the tread wear. Tread wear rating helps one determine how long the tire will last. It's nothing other than the estimated lifespan of the tire. The tread wear can be affected by five factors which are as follows. First, tire design. Tread's lifespan is determined by the quality of the rubber, tread design, and variety of other criteria that undergo its construction. Second is the driver habit, which is very obvious that a driver who does not drive aggressively and brake the pedal hard will have long-lasting tires than who does drive aggressively. Third factor is the climate. Tires are more vulnerable to several conditions. People who live in extremely cold, snowy, icy, wet, or hot conditions may need to repair their tires more frequently than those living in temperate regions. Fourth is road conditions. Tires are also affected by the road conditions. And lastly, tire care, which is checking tire pressure once a month to ensure that they are properly inflated, aligned, rotated, and balanced.